Monday sucks. Alright, it is time for New Game Plus, where we continue to deal with the fact that Stadian's possessed by a dragon, and, you know, things ain't looking too good right now. Oh yeah, and Sir Emmerich got stabbed. That happened. And right now, the church people are really mad. And they took a bunch of hostages in the vault, and they want Sir Emmerich to give himself up for killing his dad. Even though his dad, technically I killed his dad. Because, you know, oh, I'm talking too loud. My cat's gonna leave me. Goodbye, CJ. Alright. Time to infiltrate the vault and save the poor people who were displaced by the fires that the church themselves set. The church was like, we're going to set some fires that the people depend on us, and then we're going to take them hostage and make Sir Emmerich, you know, stop trying to tell the truth, you know? Truth bad. I went the wrong way, apparently. Where the fuck am I going? Over there. Interesting. So Lucy is already at the temple. Emmerich's over here. Weird. Probably down the stairs. Listen well. We will enter the Basilica silently via this gate. According to our latest reports, there are at least 6 hostages being held within. The numbers and readiness of the true brothers of the faith are unknown. I am told one claimed to have served under Thornton VII. Might the same be true of the rest? Given the swiftness with which they seized control of the vault, I think it highly likely, yes. Which means that they will well possess knowledge required to turn the building's defenses against us. Be that as it may, we have no choice but to press on. Lord Otwell, you are a brave man and true, and none would dare question your honor if you chose not to risk your life in this endeavor. Are you certain you wish to join us? I am no stranger to the battlefield, Sir Emmerich. My arm will not falter, my shield will not break. Helone is my witness, we will bring these fanatics to justice. Well said, my lord. Friends, follow me. Otwell is joining, because he wants to prove that he is true to the people, like his brother Horschiffon, who died last time. Our goodest boy. Seem our presence yet goes unnoticed. Come, we must secure the entrance. Remember, saving the hostages takes precedence over all else. Mind your attacks and subdue the enemy quickly. This fucker's attacking a hostage. He's a bad man. You injured? Bless you. You must hurry. The others are taken elsewhere by Sir Simonard. Sir Maynard. Sir Simonard? This is indeed the work of the Archbishop's former servants. On your guard! They've sounded the alarm. We'll hold the entrance and look after this one. Now go. Stola staying behind. Go, Stola, go! Secure the hostage, Kinliana. Leave the others to us.
Down with you!
Hey, Belmont. Welcome, welcome. Goes well. Did 2 quick trials. Just to start to kind of get the stream warmed up. And now we're back in it. You took the others somewhere. It all happened so fast. There they are, let none escape. Keep going. Alfino is going to stay behind to hold them off. And Thancred staying with him. Kinliana stay with Sir Amric and Lord Atwael. Now it is just me and the boys. It was, well, no, wait, Y'shtola was there. I was going to say, technically it was always me and the boys, but Y'shtola was there.
You underestimate me.
Interesting that there are machines over there. I wonder if they would attack if you went over there. Right, you have to do some backtracking in this trial. Mr. Maynard, lay down your arms and release the hostages, and you will be shown mercy. I give you my word. Ha! The word of a heretic and kinslayer. I would sooner trust a dragon. Activate the knights. We shall show the hostages the same mercy he showed the archbishop. Look, the archbishop turned into a fucking primal. And I killed him, not Amaric, Jesus. Unlike you, Sir Amaric, I'm a man of honor. By my hand you shall receive of the Fury's judgment. So just to be a trial, then. Lord Atwael, Kinliana, leave us and save the hostages. I will deal with Sir Simeonard. Yes, now we have to kill... O Helone, render unto us your judgment. Raise up the righteous and cast down the wicked. Come then, let us see who the Fury favors. Sir Amaric is still wounded, Kinliana. If we do not move quickly, he will surely fall. Just woke up getting ready for night classes. Yep. Have fun. I have D&D at 8 o'clock, so I've got a little under 3 hours. Yeah, school's not fun, but hey. See no others nearby. Come, Kinliana. Sir Amaric needs our help. Well done. Now let us finish this, sir, before the eyes of gods and men. Stand fast, my brothers. The Fury is with us. I don't think so, Simeonard. I think the Fury is with us. I think you kind of suck.
This knight does not yield.
Shoutouts to R12 casting Cure on Amaric even though he's a fucking gladiator. Shoutouts to ye olde cross-class skills where everyone could take Cure until they got the chopstone. One day, I swear, you will. Oh, you're just a little kid. You must hurry. The priest took Melee up the stairs when he saw you kill his men. No fear, child. We will save your friend. Yeah, a lot of the cross-class stuff was stupid, but then some of it was pretty legit. Paladin with fucking resurrection, I was all about it. Where is he? Where is he? Man's fucking about to choke slam a young child off a church.
Come no closer.
Told you he was a good guy.
You have nowhere to run. Release the girl and surrender.
Surrender to whom? The blasphemer who throws wide the gates to our enemy? Who breaks bread with him and calls him brother? Ungodly swine! I would sooner die than surrender to you.
Is it godly to spill the blood of an innocent child? To burn the homes of your brothers? Tell me, priest, is that godly?
Do not speak to me of godliness, heathen! Your father's blood is on your hands, as is hers!
What? But
Good thing you didn't land on the pointy part. Otherwise, that wouldn't have been very good.
Vidofne!
Well met, knight. Mayhap I chose an inopportune moment?
Not at all. Pray forgive us this most unworthy reception. We are honored to have you with us, and right glad of your aid.
Fortune delivered the child unto me. I had but to receive her.
Thank you for saving me.
Thou art welcome, child.
Never did I think to be indebted to so unexpected a savior. But full glad am I to be so.
Friend of Izel, warrior of warriors, I had hoped to meet with thee. I bear a message from my sire.
From Freysfelder.
Upon returning to our lands, Nidhogg's shade did sing unto his brood, and they for skies unknown did then take wing. This thou must know, for your fates are inextricably bound.
What of Estinian? Is he truly lost to us?
Such matters are beyond my ken. I but bear my father's words. Take from them what thou wilt. Fare you well, mortals.
Yeah.
So it is as they say then. A great white dragon swooped down from the heavens to rescue an innocent child.
A most unexpected turn of events, but not an unwelcome one. The people will not soon forget this day.
Yet how will they choose to remember it, Sir Emmerich? And will these events serve to bring man and dragon closer together, or drive a deeper wedge?
Okay, if people choose to make this into Dragons Bad, then they obviously have brain damage. Because the churchman took a child, chokeslammed her off a building, and the dragon saved her. There's no bad way to remember that. The dragon saved a child from being chokeslammed off a building by a fucking church member. Like, it's not like the dragon chokeslammed her. Fuck.
After thousands of years, the world these men once knew is changing, and with ungentle swiftness to boot. Though their actions are misguided, their sentiments are only to be expected. You may be sure that others will rally to their cause. I share your desire for a lasting peace with the Javanians, I do. But I would not see it built on the bones of our countrymen, nor on our own. I see much of Horsefon in you, and I could not bear to mourn the passing of another son.
Lord Edmund.
Pardon the hiccup. This has been a day of surprises, has it not? 'Tis but a pity Vidofnir could not stay longer. Yes, I think it's fair to say that she timed her departure rather less well than her arrival. Well timed scarcely does it justice, but 1 moment later would have been a moment too late. Let us pray that the Ishgardians, who yet harbored doubts, will take these events to heart and accept the truth of Sir Emmerich's words. Well, 'tis only meet that I inform Tatara what has occurred here. If you have need of me, I shall be at Fortal Manor. Allow me to accompany you. Tatara would never forgive me if I left for the Rising Stones without saying goodbye. A moment, Kinliana. I wish a word. Tell me, does Thancred seem quite well to you? I'm not sure how to put it into words, but he's kind of got an eye patch going on. So you sense it too. A subtle change, imperceptible to most. I myself did not notice it at first, but upon closer examination, I saw that his etheric flow has been irreparably disrupted. As a result, I strongly suspect that his ability to manipulate ether has been compromised. Simply put, Thancred may no longer be able to wield magics. It would do much to explain why he chose to remain within the wilderness instead of seeking us out. He would have been compelled to rely solely on traditional methods of travel, significantly prolonging his journey. And when he learned that a nearby beast tribe was making preparations to summon a primal, it may well have seemed more sensible to wait. But this is still little more than speculation. Until I have proof, pray speak no word of it. Right then, I should be on my way. Cryle may have charmed Master Matoya for now, but who can say how long it will last? I believe this is the end of 3.1. I think As Goes Light, So Goes Darkness was the name of the patch. It sounds like it was a patch name. I don't know how many patches they're going to put per part. I don't think it's the end of part 3, though. I'm sure it'll have at least 3.2 in it as well.
That Vidofnir should chance to arrive even as the girl fell. Truly, I could not have planned it better myself.
Ah, good. We were afraid you might have left.
A shield, my lord?
Fit for a true knight. An expression of our gratitude to you and yours. Long overdue. But there is something else I would discuss ere you part. Something which cannot leave this room. My father will soon step down as head of our house. Sir Emeric was not the only one to fall under suspicion following the death of the Archbishop. There are some who believe my father complicit in a coup d'etat. Thus he intends to renounce his title to absolve our house of suspicion and secure the support of our peers.
Surely there must be another way to convince houses Durandare and Zamail.
So I said to him. Alas, he will not budge. Ever since I was a child, I knew that I would one day succeed my father. The thought of it filled me with pride. Yet once I learned the day was at hand, my heart was filled with naught but dread. Our legacy is built upon the lies of our forefathers. In accepting this title, am I not perpetuating this injustice? Why should I become the next count?
A knight lives to serve. As your brother said.
You sound just like him. I suspect that is what Horchefon would have said. To aid those in need. When you look on that shield, I trust you will remember his words. And should I once more find my resolve wavering, I ask that you show me the way. You are a sister to Horchefon. Will you be a sister to me as well? Come, Manelaine. There's much to be done. For father, and for Sir Emeric, and for Ishgard. To think we share the same blood. Pray excuse us.
Shit on a Manolaine hours.
Those were the days of promises and vows, of tentative first steps into an uncertain future. A future shaped by the choices we made, in ways we could never have foreseen. Born of good and evil, of light and darkness, and shepherded by our hand. Be it for weal, or be it for woe.
The Memoirs of Count Edmond de Forton, Heavensward. As goes light, so goes darkness. Urianger, why are you in Google? This is thy proof. The Gerun Oracles, Apocrypha. It is a truth long forgotten, a tale of the beginning, and the path we have been set upon. Is Elidibus, and the Warrior of Darkness. Urianger, why are you with them? Our fates were ordained long ago, Archon. The Garleans are no exception, nor the Triad. You know what must be done. Who's that? Someone's peeking. Favorite character's peeking. Yeah, remember these characters? They're here too. Well, everyone has their orders. The masks will attack as soon as all units are in position. The Imperials won't know what hit them. I fear it will be bloody. By Rhalgr, it had better be. We cannot stay here forever, Ida. We have other responsibilities. I know full well what my responsibilities are, and I mean to fulfill them, every one. Alfino, Kinliana, I've been looking all over for you. We've received news regarding Flamine, Hoary Boulder, and Coltonet. Really? Has something happened? No, it's nothing bad. Quite the opposite, in fact. It seems once they learned the Scion's good name had been restored, they boarded the next ship bound for Limbs of Laminsa. They should be arriving any moment now. It's easy to forget how useful link pearls are, isn't it? When they work, I mean. And you don't mind being spied on. Quite. What wonderful news. To think that our reunion is close at hand. Pleasure to see you too, Alfino. Ah, Thancred and Kryl. What brings the two of you here? Kryl and I have been looking into how we might track down Benfilia. And we may have just found the answer. Kinliana, when you were fleeing Ul'dah with Benfilia, you said that Hydaelyn spoke to her shortly before you parted ways, yes? Well, assuming that this is true, and I see no reason to suspect it is not, it seems reasonable to conclude that Hydaelyn commanded her to remain behind. That is to say, the Mother Crystal directly interceded to guide Benfilia. Admittedly, this is all still quite hypothetical, but I propose that such intervention, however subtle, must surely leave some residual trace, a lingering disturbance in the ether, or a ripple, if you will. In order to establish the existence of such ripples, of course, we will require suitable data. Fortunately, we know where just such a data can be found, the battleground where Kinliana felled the Ultima weapon, and the site of my personal ignominy. It was there that Hydaelyn intervened to shield her from the magic I invoked. Kryl and I will infiltrate the castrum and analyze the ether therein. The two of you? Alone? I have proven knack for subterfuge, and I am confident there will be sufficient nooks and crannies in which to hide Kryl while the patrols pass. Besides, if you and Kinliana come along, who will see to Flamine's grand homecoming? When you put it like that, very well, I will trust in your plan. I know not whether this data will yield a means to find Benfilia, but it will at least eliminate another avenue of inquiry. Tataru and I will return to the Rising Stones and make preparations for our comrades' return. Might I impose upon you to meet them at the Laminsan docks? Then I shall see the four of you at the Rising Stones. Safe travels. Oh, Kinliana, how have you been? Come here, let me have a good look at you. Thank the 12. One hears the strangest tales in foreign lands. I worried about you all every day. We would have sent word sooner, but the Braves afforded us no opportunity. When they fell upon us in the market, it was all we could do to escape. Tatru found her way to you, of course, but we were forced to seek shelter aboard a Hainish vessel. Pained us not being there when you needed us most, but we made the most of it, didn't we, Coltonate? Studying and train from dusk till dawn, we did. We would have sent word sooner, but we knew not whom to trust, and with that vast distance. Those dark days are behind us at last. I shall be glad indeed to return home and speak with my daughter. About that. She's missing. What do you mean she's missing? How could you let this happen? Forgive me, I'm sure you were doing everything in your power to find her. As Thancred must be. He watched over her from the first, long before me, and he will watch over her to the last. I shall pray for her safe return, and busy myself in the meantime. For a certainty, there is much and more to be done. The Braves may have bloodied us, but the path remains, and we shall not be swayed from it. Aye, that's the spirit, to the Scions, and a long overdue reunion. Huzzah! Hell yeah, player hater. Well, there you have it. To the Rising Stones. If you're talking about Amric, don't worry. Amric is not a piece of garbage. He's a good boy. Nice disguise, Thancred. Got some hair in your eyes there.
Well done, sir. And with that, I believe we are ready to proceed.
Let us be about our business then.
Oh shit, no eye patch.
So credulous.
Neat.
Why must you be so disappointingly brusque? You're not at all as Minfilia described, you know. I don't think you favored me with so much as a single compliment since we set out. Tell me, did your time in the wilderness sap you of all your charm? Or are you holding it in reserve for your beloved?
This is neither the time nor the place.
Well, call me old-fashioned, but when I'm risking life and limb infiltrating an Imperial castrum, I like to be sure of my comrades' motivations.
Yeah, Thancred.
I see now where Alphino gets it from. Minfilia is dear to me. It is true. But not in the way you think. 15 years passed, when she was still but a child. There was an incident at a parade. A Gubu broke free of its fetters and ran amok through the streets of Ul'dah. Had I been more attentive, I could have prevented it. But I was distracted, and her father was killed. I feared she would never recover. But in the years that followed, she showed herself to be more resilient than I had ever imagined. And when she learned of her gift, she did not flinch from the responsibility, but sought to guide others on the path. She touched the hearts of all around her. Mine, Louisoix, every Scions. In those dark days following the calamity, she was our guiding light, our hope for a brighter future. She had so many dreams, and I would give anything to make them come true.
My apologies. I can see she means the world to you. I did not mean to pick at old scars.
No harm done, I assure you. But fair is fair, my lady. What is Minfilia to you?
You mean you don't know? Only my dearest friend. When I finally emerged from my torpor, I learned that nary a day had passed without her asking after me. She never gave up hope. And neither will I.
Then for Minfilia's sake, let us pray that these vestiges of Hydaelyn's intervention will lead us to her.
Tancred wants to be the best big brother ever. He does have, Emmerich does have a look like he could turn evil, you're right. You got the shifty eyes. No, he's a very serious boy. Feels good to be home again. To think that everyone is waiting for us just beyond those doors. Friends and family with whom we have shared so much. God's help me, but the older I get, the more sentimental I become. Come, let us not keep them waiting. Do I have the Forton shield? Oh, I do. New glamour. New glam. The boy's shield is now appropriate. Now my outfit's level appropriate with the exception of my sword, because my sword's technically a level 70 sword. Elaine, Ephemy, it fills my heart with joy to see you both hale and healthy. And what of Higiri? She's well, though abroad on a mission at present. Just wasn't the same without you. Welcome back, my lady. Ah, we could do with more of that around here. Heartfelt reunions with stalwart companions. Brings a bloody tear to the eye. To secret oneself in a ship, hold to secure safe passage to a faraway land. This is a tale we know all too well. When they are well rested, I should like to seek a formal introduction. Why wait, my friend? Come, there's no need to be shy. Pray grant me a moment longer, at least, though I'm happy to oblige you. My legs are rather less accommodating. He's nervous. Ochre, what in the seven hells drove my little brother to come to Mordona? Why, you, brother. You and the Scions, of course. For 1,000 days I trained, that I might grow as strong as you, that I might fight alongside you. Yet now that you are here, I sense that you have surpassed me once more. No, do not tell me. You trained with the Hanish, did you not? Your eyes do not deceive, brother. I have studied the trials of the braves and drunk deep of the souls of mine enemies. Glad though I am to be home, I cannot help but think of those who have yet to return. Once we've settled in, I would join the search. It's been so long since I've seen them all like this. Too long. 'Twas the chaos born of my foolish ambition which forced them to flee. Though they have returned, there are others yet missing, others whom we cannot forsake. We'll find them, Alfino. I know we will. Minfilia, Ida, Papa Limo, every last one. And when they walk through those doors, we'll be here to welcome them home. With me at the head of the queue, of course. Thancred and Cryo contacted us a short while ago. It would seem that their foray into Castrum Meridianum bore fruit. They ask that we rendezvous with them in Y'shtola in Idleshire, where they may share their findings. Rude though it is to depart without speaking to the guest of honor, I expect she will forgive me if I return with her daughter. Is it daytime? Do we get to hear the good music finally? Let's go! Finally daytime in Idleshire. Nope, cutscene music. Oh no, okay, just made it quieter. My apologies, it seems I am the last to arrive. So, what news have you for us? Well, as we postulated, there were indeed what appeared to be remnants of an unexplained disturbance in the ether at the scene of the Ultima weapon's destruction, a ripple at odds with the presiding pattern. Though faint, the waveforms bore a strong resemblance to those observed following the destruction of the Isle of Val, when I believe Heidelin shielded me with the blessing of light. To confirm our findings, we paid a visit to the Silda aqueducts. There we detected the same waveform, but orders of a magnitude larger, as one would expect of a more recent disturbance. Heidelin, there's no other explanation. But there's more. When I studied the site where Y'shtola used flow, it appeared that not 2, but 3 beings had been affected. Yet unlike Y'shtola and Thancred, there was no trail to follow. Our unknown third party was simply there, and then not there. Now recall your visions of the vast crystal floating in the sea of ether. Though this too is but a theory, studies of gifted subjects suggest that, when communicating with Heidelin, we briefly leave our bodies behind. So let us consider the facts. 1. Heidelin interceded. 2. A third being was caught in Y'shtola's flow and vanished without a trace. And 3. Heidelin may have the capacity to summon the consciousness of gifted individuals to her side. You are implying, I take it, that Heidelin guided Minfilia into the compass of my magic, that she might be summon her body and soul unto the ethereal sea? In which case, we must needs continue our search there, for a blessing that means to do so already exist. I speak of the Antitower, a Charlene construction conceived to provide scholars a vantage point over the ethereal sea. Though I know not where its entrance lies, we need only ask its last custodian, a contrary old crone who, for another blessing, refused to join the Exodus. Master Motoya was the keeper of the Antitower? I had no idea. Then our course is clear. We must petition her aid once again. I forgot that the Antitower was a dungeon, to be honest. I have not run it in... Honestly, I probably haven't run it since the last time I did post Heavensward, which would have been my alt a long time ago. A very long time ago. Yeah, no, Sith wasn't in Heavensward since... Oh, God. Yeah, because Sith's all the way in Shadowbringers now. And then my other alts are before that in Heavensward. One of my raid members asked if anyone needed an expert, which I technically haven't done it yet, but... Nah. I don't want to take the time. I might do it after D&D. I don't think I'll be able to buy any pieces this week, though. Yeah, 'cause another 475, 480, and it takes at least 485 to buy the piece I need, I think. It's, like, very close off, so... Matoya's gonna be fucking pissed. We keep asking her for shit. She just wants to be left alone. Hey, buddy. Oh, what a surprise. Well, what secrets have you come to extract from me this time? Ah, though it pains me to admit it, your words strike close to the mark. We humbly ask that you grant us entry to the Antitower, that we might use it to seek a friend we believe to be transported to the ethereal sea. Who told you I could do such a thing, I wonder? The tower was abandoned to its magical keepers 15 years ago. They have the run of the place now. If that is no deterrent to you, then by all means. Is that all? I felt sure you would seek to dissuade us from our course, given your role as custodian. Role? Hardly. The Forum foisted the title on me. During the Exodus, every entrance to the Antitower was sealed, save one. My role consists of making sure no one with ill intent sneaks through it. Such was the Forum's final order to me. Well, I can room with the rewards right now. Will you be going or not? We will, Master Matoya. We will do whatever it takes to find Minfilia. We'll see about that. Kinliana can go. Take the magicless rogue, too, if you like. He's no use to me. The rest of you will stay and work, and I'll hear no argument. Those are my terms. Oh, and I should be delighted to accompany you. Lead the way, Kinliana. Thancred, no. Your etheric flow has been compromised. Do not deny it. To venture into an environment so thick with ether, so close to the ethereal sea, would be to risk further impairment, or worse. But Minfilia could be in there, waiting for us. And you could die. And then, for what? If she is waiting beyond, Kinliana will find her. Trust in her, have faith. Damn it all. Bring her back to us. About that. Use the duty finder to enter the anti-tower. Can't remember, were there any other... Sorkai's story, and Zelfatal. Oh, and Belsar's Wall. Yeah, okay, there's a couple of story dungeons between this time around. There isn't always that many. Ooh, am I going to be able to beat the final boss? I might. I have to be able to kill it fast enough. We'll find out. I just remember what the final boss of this dungeon is, and it's got a mechanic that it's going to take longer than I want it to, I think, but I should still be able to kill it, I think. Wow, shit's getting stronger. Spooky. Alright. Fucking Calcabrina. Oops. Alright, cool. The first phase you can get turned into a doll, but luckily did not happen. I was too fast.
Hear, feel, think. Through time and space hast thou journeyed unto me, as I knew thou wouldst. We are the word of the Mother. We, who were once called Minfilia. Much time hath passed for thee since the bloody banquet, since I hearkened to her word. Mother, Hydaelyn guided me towards Y'shtola and Thancred, that I might be swept up in their flow and delivered unto the ethereal sea. There, adrift and alone, her voice silent once more, I prayed for those we had lost, for those we can yet save. To her I would make an offering. We speak now with one voice, one will, one word. Unto thee we bequeath the most precious of gifts, the truth which lieth at the heart of this world. Thus do we beseech thee once more. Hear, feel, think. Before there was life, in the depths of the ethereal sea, light and dark did once dwell as one. But the darkness coveted power, and the balance was broken. Thus was I forced to banish him unto the distant heavens, to forever remain apart, a moon bound. In sundering the star did we cry out, and the barriers twixt planes chanced to falter. Across 10 and 3 were we then divided, reflections of the source, each possessed of a shard. Zodiac longeth to be made whole. For his restoration, for his resurrection, his servants labor without cease. They seek to tear down the barriers which surround the source. Thus do they rejoice in their ardor, in your calamities, for each marks a rejoining. Seven times have they succeeded. 7 times hath the darkness grown stronger. 7 times have I failed. The Ascians cannot be suffered to continue. This is my final. The crystal's power is all but spent. With what remains, I will return you to the shore of the ethereal sea. Blessed children, go forth and seek. Seek.
Well, fuck. Winfilia's not coming home, guys.
Thank the 12.
Did you find her? Did you find Minfilia?
Excuse me.
The word of the mother. I'm not sure I understand.
Nor am I. Cryle?
As unbelievable as it sounds, I see no reason to doubt her. The word's tale. No one was more sensitive to the will of Hydaelyn than Minfilia, and if Hydaelyn has grown so weak that she can barely make herself heard, it is not hard to see why Minfilia, having joined with her, might struggle to maintain her own form.
What? Why would she need to maintain her own form? Are you saying she's gone? But that cannot be! Not now. Not after all we have accomplished. We were meant to usher in the dawn's light together.
She threw herself on the fire to fuel your dawn's light, boy. You'll just have to usher it in on your own.
Must you be so ungentle?
Tell me about the Scions, boy.
The scions of the Seventh Dawn lay before Eorzea's salvation. Whenever the realm is threatened, be it by Primal, Ascian, Garlean, or any other, we take up arms in her defense, that all in Eorzea may live to see a brighter tomorrow.
And that's very noble of you. But in chasing after these lofty goals of yours, you seem to have lost sight of some basic truths. To win a war, you must be willing to do whatever it takes. To fight, to kill, and if necessary, to die. The path you've chosen is paved with the dead. Walk it with your eyes open, or not at all.
I know the truth of which you speak, and have from the first. If the Ascians will go to any length to resurrect their god, then we must needs be as committed to our cause, to unmask them and their schemes, and to crush them both utterly. Come, there is much to be done.
Yes, of course.
Thancred, wait! No, this is all wrong.
Alphinaud's world gets flipped upside down round 2. She's not coming back, is she? It weighs on you too, I know. I understand why she made her decision, and yet... every time we lose another friend, I have to ask myself if there was not another way. I must ask that you not breathe a word of this to any of the others at the Rising Stones, especially Flamine. I will brief Tataru on what we have learned, as well as Urianger. He may have insight into what the word told us. As for you, Kinliana, after all you have done, I would say you've earned a rest. But speaking of well-earned rewards, I received a missive from Sir Emmerich while you were away. It would seem he is planning a ceremony of some sort and would like you to attend. He did not divulge the details, preferring instead to explain in person. Mayhap you should go pay him a visit. Mr. Sirenhide, the Lord Commander left instructions that you were to be shown inside.
A pleasure to see you again, my friend. I take it you received our invitation. Good, good. You of all people should be present. When the true brothers of the faith seized control of the vault, I feared the worst. Yet in adversity were we blessed with the promise of peace between man and dragon through Vidofnir's timely rescue of an innocent child. Timely, I say, though miraculous or providential might better describe the event. The gods themselves could not have devised a more fitting symbol of hope. Needless to say, we could scarce let such an opportunity pass us by. Which is why I set about making formal arrangements for a peace conference between our peoples. You and yours have done more to bring us together than any, and it is only right that you attend. But I confess that is not the only reason I would be glad to have you there. Given Nidhogg's implacable opposition to the peace, it is possible that he and his followers may attempt to disrupt proceedings, in which event your presence would be a comfort to all in attendance. Pray understand, I have no wish to invite the Worm's ire. But if our fractured nation is to heal, if we are to move forward as a people united, then we must do whatever is necessary to bring about lasting change. Tis nothing. 'Tis nothing. Lucia cautioned me against giving vent to my passions, lest my wounds reopen. It has not been easy reaching out to our opponents in Ishgard, many of whom sympathized with the actions of the true brothers. But in so doing, we have limited the influence of the zealots. The people are ready, my friend. This conference must go ahead. I knew you would understand. The conference will take place on the border of Ishgardian and Dragonian territory in Falcon's Nest. Lucia is there, seeing to the final preparations even as we speak. Pray join her at your earliest convenience. 'Twould not do for the guest of honor to arrive late, after all. Oh, and one more thing. A drink! We should make time for one. Once the conference is concluded, I mean. By my reckoning, 'tis long overdue.
I would love to go on a platonic friend date with you, Sir Emmerich. But, you know, life's hard right now. Replaying these scenes is important to my nerdy little future fanfic writing heart. Because my character was in love with Minfilia. So, everything happening right now has got big sad vibes. Yes, my gay little fanfic writing heart. Lord Commander said you would come, Kinliana. As you can see, preparations for the conference are proceeding apace. Mark well the curtain above. It conceals a relief, which will be unveiled during the conference. The masons labored day and night to see it finished on schedule. Sir Emmerich wanted a symbol which would endure long after the conference is concluded. I think he will be pleased with the result. It was not my war, but I made it mine, and to see it draw closer to a resolution fills me with a strange hope. His faith is infectious, is it not? His certainty that we can be better than we are. Forgive me, I am rambling. You must be tired from your journey. Go rest. I will not keep you. I don't want to rest. Whenever I get told to rest, bad things happen. If you would rather not take a rest, then why not walk around Falcon's Nest? Make your presence known to the people and so forth. In addition to those who have come far and wide to attend this ceremony, you may meet Lords Otwell and Amanelaine, who have graciously volunteered their services. They should be glad to see you. Now, if you would excuse me, I must needs return to my duties. Hey, Sir Redwald. Long time no see. I'm glad to see that the rumors were true. Well met, Mistress Ironhide, and fear not. I have no intention of begging your aid with this and that. Everything appears to be in order. My only lingering concern is that one of the convictors might not have been informed of our plans. As I recall, Vidofnir may pass directly over their encampment. The last thing we need is a glory-seeking nobleman attempting to slay a Dravanian ambassador to a peace conference. Do you know when everything's set to begin? I wasn't sure how many might come, so I thought it best to come early and find a spot with a great view. When I heard that Sir Emmerich was planning to make a speech, I knew I couldn't miss it. I mean, the man risked his own neck to rescue those hostages. How often do we get heroes like that in this day and age? And he's more than a fighter, too. He's a thinker, he is. He's got plans to better our lives, to change things, and he'll do it by the Fury. Me and my friends and family, we all believe he can do it. Bloody exciting, isn't it? Not just peace with the dragons, but with all them heretics besides. Don't misunderstand. We've all got a healthy fear of being bathed in dragonfire. That being said, the heretics did far more to hinder our efforts here in the past, so hearing that we're close to a reconciliation comes with a great relief. How much has changed since we fought alongside each other in the vault? If you had told me then that I would soon be hosting a peace conference, I would have thought you a naive fool. Yet here we are, preparing to make that fantasy a reality. Ha! And here I am, laboring to make it so. Lord Archwell, if I may. Certainly, First Commander. How may I be of service? Some of the convictors are refusing to stand down. The majority were willing to do so, but a small party have instead pledged to engage any Dravanians bound for Falcon's Nest. Fury, take me. They would defy Sir Emmerich's commands if they dare attack Weedofnir. It will not come to that, but to see that it does not, we must needs hasten to their encampment. They should be far more reluctant to oppose us were a Lord of House Forton present. I understand completely. Let us depart at once. But ere we do, I must ask, would you look after Manolaine while I am away? As you know, he has ever been an impulsive, changeable child, but recently he seems to be suffering from a bout of melancholy. I thought to lift his spirits by having him assist with guard duty, a simple but honorable charge, unlikely to expose him to danger, given the presence of so many other knights. Alas, he has taken no interest, and I fear he may abandon his post in my absence. All I ask is that you keep an eye on him until I return, exhausting though that may be. Thank you, my friend. I promise we will not be long. Fucking a Manolaine. I'm rather busy at the moment, old girl, guarding this tavern, as it were. Ah, I see now. Archwell thought I may be derelict in my duties, eh? The nerve of my brother to question my dedication. But, since you're here, mayhap I can put you to proper use. The wasteland beyond the walls must be kept safe for travelers, yet I've been forbidden from leaving Falcon's Nest. Wouldn't do for our esteemed guest to be devoured by wolves, oh no. But that is precisely what will happen if we do not cull the roaming packs. Your map, if I may, right there. Those are points our scouts marked for patrol. I'll leave it to you, old girl. Come, Honoroy, I must return to my rounds. Oh dear. Do be careful, my lady. Gilneon Ironhide, Wolf's Bane, pleases me to inform you that I have completed my rounds, and that all is well in Falcon's Nest. Oh, and there was a grizzled fellow looking for you. You know, the one who made the arsonist confess. Clever, that. Thancred, was it? He was asking after you. Anyway, once I noticed the garish weapons he was sporting, I deemed it a waste to leave him be. I dispatched him to an area I neglected to mark on your map. Yes, this one. If you hurry, he might still be there. Fancy meeting you here, Kinliana. It was fortunate I came when I did. These two would not have fared well against the wolves on their own. The young lord wasted no time taking advantage of you, did he? And me, I suppose. Let us return to Falcon's Nest, then, and see where other thrilling tasks he may have for us. And there they are, a pair of gallant heroes if I ever saw them. Comrades in arms, you were united at last. By your selfless sacrifice, you have guaranteed the safety of our many guests. On behalf of Ishgard, I thank you both. And with that, there is not left to do but enjoy our well-earned respite. Oh, and this should be, of course, go without saying, but let's keep those last few favors between us, yes? Twell wouldn't understand. Right then, the first floor of those barracks has been converted into a tavern for the duration of the conference. Why don't you go have something to eat? For once, a suggestion with which I agree. Go on ahead, Kinliana, I will join you anon. I don't want to go to the tavern. Whenever I go to the tavern, bad things happen. I don't want to relax. Whenever I relax, bad things happen. I have to be panicking and tense at all times.
Welcome. Find yourself an empty seat and I'll be with you in a moment. Cold out, isn't it? Here, a mug on the house. Let's get some colour back in them cheeks. Freed food will be a bit longer than usual. We've got a lot of hungry folk to feed, what with the conference and all. Oh, so many people with cause to celebrate. To think there could be peace in our time, after all them years of fighting. When I heard about the conference, I knew I had to come. I knew I had to be here, to do my bit. My husband, he died fighting the dragons, you see. And here we are, about to break bread with him.
You were right, mother. You look tired. Reckon you could do with a good long rest? After all you've done, I'd say you've earned it. Sleep now. Sleep. Sleep and leave us to our affairs.
This was never your fight.
My son. They told me he walks in Hallone's halls. Him and the rest of his unit.
They told me the same.
I expect they think it's comforting. Every time I come, I cry. I cannot bear to remember, but to forget would be 1,000 times worse. Yet that is what they would have us do. Accept this truth for the sake of peace. Bury the past and look to the future. But he was my future. My flesh and blood. My heart.
Is this it? We're the only ones with the courage to oppose this madness? Cowards, a lot of them.
They think only of the prize, of the peace Sir Emmerich promises them. They know in their hearts it's a lie, but they go along with it anyway, desperate fools. But not I. Not I! I see the worm that killed my brother in my dreams every night, and I will not rest until he lies broken at my feet. Him and every last one of his accursed kin.
And you, sir, are a racist.
As if I care what they did or didn't do. Makes no difference to me and mine. Have the dragons sued for peace in 1,000 years? Are they bollocks? It's a bloody ruse is what it is. And Sir Emmerich and the rest of them bloody fallen for it.
But what can we do? They believe, and naught we can say will ever change their minds. Whether we like it or not, man and dragon will come together at Vulcan's Nest, and all will be forgiven. Forgiven and forgotten.
No. I will not let that happen.
Oh?
They will remember the true face of the enemy. I will show it to them. And we will rise up against them once more.
All of you are racists.
Hey! Hey! This is no time for napping.
Wasn't a willing nap. Bitch poisoned me.
Do you have your wits about you? Good. Come with me. We have a crisis on our hands.
Hear me, brothers and sisters. Do not be fooled by the honeyed words of the Travarnians. The peace they promise is but a prelude to slaughter. Remember your husbands and wives never returned from war. Your children torn apart by fang and claw. All your ones show no mercy? Does not your heart cry out for vengeance? Your blood boil at the injustice? Remember the face of your enemy, brothers and sisters. Remember it, and strike back!
You there! Don't just stand around gawping! Do something, man! Stop her!
Yes, my lord.
See here the true nature of the Highborn. With lies and deception they lead us to our doom. And dare we raise our voices in dissent? Death is our reward. This is the choice they have given us, brothers and sisters. Death by dragon's fang, or death by nobleman's command. Death to all we hold dear. I spit on your choices, noblemen! You will take no more from me! No more! No more!
What have you done?
I only did as you ordered, my lord.
I gave no such order. I did not. I never meant for anyone to...
Dumbass! Fucking hate him, Annalane. I dare say that could not have played out any worse, given that the First Commander and Lord Artois are not here to take control of the situation. I spoke with the messenger, who said that they would be returning shortly, but until they do, naught will be done. Lord Amandalane has retreated to the barracks, and is refusing to speak to anyone. Therefore, it falls to us to ensure order has been fully restored. Come, let us walk the streets and speak with the people. My wife and I fell while fleeing with the others at first. The Kyregents tended to our bruises afterwards. Those mad fools have ruined everything. And for what? They were wrong to resort to violence, but when I heard her speak, her words were a dagger in my heart. Who are we to decide that enough is enough? That their calls for justice can never be answered? Will this be the end of it, or will there be others like them and the true brothers? I do not want to bear my steel against my kinsmen ever again. I do not know if I even can. I heard the rumors that the young lord was a drunken fool. What imbecile thought it would be a good idea to let him have a run of Falcon's Nest? Well, I say him and Sir Emmerich take their bloody chains and shove it up their arses. I'll not be taken in by that rot again. Job, Annalane. You did it. You done did it. Well, what say you? Things are bad. The violence has passed, but the people are far from recovered. That is to be expected. For the moment, it appears that no innocents were harmed by the guards. The blame for all the casualties can be placed squarely upon the protesters. Nevertheless, the people will not soon forget the image of a young lordling ordering the public execution of an unarmed protester, one whose words resonated with the hearts of many. After all, who among us has not lost a loved one? Lord Artois and the First Commander should have returned by now. The tavern, then. Their first order of business will be to speak with Lord Amandalane, and somehow I doubt that he has moved an elm since we last saw him. My apologies, Kiliana. I bear full responsibility for this debacle. There'll be time for that later. I, for one, am more concerned about picking up the pieces. What do we do now? According to the initial reports, the protest was orchestrated by the young woman whom Lord Amandaline ordered shot. She and her conspirators infiltrated Falcon's Nest, posing as servants and guests. Several were taken alive, others resisted and were struck down. Still, others took their own lives. Our forces suffered casualties as well, but by the grace of the Fury, no civilians were seriously injured. Still more remarkably, the ringleader leader yet lives, for the time being at least. The Kyrugians are doing what they can for her, but she may not live through the night. Given their impeccable timing, it is likely the convictors who drew us away from the hamlet were in league with the protesters. Accordingly, we have detained them for questioning. I'll be sworn that these villains spent as much effort plotting the failure of this peace conference as we did its success. Well, if the mood in the hamlet is any indication, theirs have been more fruitful labors. In the wake of the protest, the people seem disillusioned. You spoke with them, then. I see. Sir Emmerich placed his trust in me. It will be difficult to explain what has happened here. Remember how far we have come, First Commander. The people's faith may be shaken, but we convinced them before and will do so again. If we can but find a means to remind them, to show them once more that the promise of change holds for all, then this tragedy too shall pass into the past. We must pray that you are right. Nevertheless, for the time being, I have no choice but to suspend the peace conference pending Sir Emmerich's final decision. Under the circumstances, I cannot leave Falcon's Nest. Kiliana, will you deliver my report to the Lord Commander in my stead? Get up, Amandaline. You're going with her. Go on without me. I was not asking. You will answer for your actions, in person. Is that clear? Yes, my lord. Come, Honoroi. Your manservant is not here. In fact, I have not seen him for some time. Honoroi? Honoroi? I could have sworn he was...
Onawa! No, no! What have they done to you? Onawa! Onawa!
Is that you, my lord? You seem rather flustered.
Because of you, you imbecile! What in the seven hells happened to you?
My apologies. Some few of the guests expressed a wish to leave, and I implored them to stay. It would seem they took issue with my request.
Oh, gods forgive me. If I had only been more careful with my words.
Do not blame yourself, my lord. I know that you and your brother have Ishgard's best interests at heart. That poor woman. She lives in the past, clinging to the memories of the lost. But the future holds so much promise, so much joy. And you know that better than any.
Onawa?
Calm yourself. The boy will live. But it's imperative we get him inside and into the care of a Kyrugian without delay.
Oh, we were so close! Why does it all have to fall to pieces? Don't they want to live in peace? Don't they want to be happy? We all want the same thing! And still it falls to pieces! Tell me, what was I supposed to do? Someone, anyone, tell me, what was I supposed to do?
Warrior of Light is unimpressed.
Stop looking to others. You make your choice and you live with the consequences.
And what would you know about consequences? You who always know just what to say and just what to do. Your every deed is greeted with a round of applause.
You know nothing about me. I have fought tooth and nail for the people I hold dear. Done everything in my power to save them. And I have failed. Learn to live with it. I have.
I may have overreacted, but it needed to be done. He was becoming hysterical. I understand the desire to look for reasons, for excuses, to convince yourself you had no choice. But the past is the past, and there is naught to be gained from reliving your mistakes. I know this. I know this, but he... I have no desire to wait for the lordling to emerge from his puddle of self-pity. We have important matters to attend to in Ishgard. You're expected, miss. Pray proceed. Word of the demonstration and its resolution outstripped you, Kinliana. Every man, woman, and child of Ishgard has heard the tale. It is rumored that my youngest's lack of judgment was to blame. Of course, such stories are prone to exaggeration. What exactly came to pass? Well, you see, your youngest done fucked up. Manoline's a fucking idiot. See, so that is the truth of it. Regardless of his intent, the result is undeniable. He has furthered the cause of those misguided few who cannot let go of the past. In an instant, the delicate peace we were poised to forge is once more beyond us. To dwell so deeply on the war and the vengeance it begets, only for that too to be taken away, is it any wonder that they were left bereft? For what was it the sacrifice? Have we naught to show for our suffering? I thought peace a sufficient salve, but mayhap I was mistaken. We are warriors, Lord Edmont, and ours is a nation built on centuries of warfare. Right or wrong, this is who we are, and we deny it at our peril. To hold on to the past without being beholden to it. Aye, we must needs find a way to honor the sacrifice of our forefathers without glorying in their excess. Difficult path, to be sure. We dare not deny the scars which mar our nation's soul, lest we spur other disillusioned souls to retrace them. But as you say, we dare not revel in past glories either, for they are tainted all. A clear, unambiguous enemy, and an undeniably righteous cause. 'Tis a bitter reflection, but lies though they were, they did long serve to unite us. No truth will ever serve as well, I fear, yet we are not without options. At our last meeting, a proposal was tabled by the other members of the Eorzean Alliance for a joint military exercise, to strengthen the ties between our nation and test our readiness to meet with a common threat. I thought to delay these exercises until after the peace conference, but mayhap a grand melee will be just the thing to lift our beleaguered spirits. Better still, an occasion for the Temple Knights to watch and watch to take the field as allies, a unified Ishgardian force filled with the men and women from all walks of life, which could stand against a coalition of the allied nation's finest. Hosted by Ishgard in the shadow of the Gates of Judgment, a victory under such circumstances would serve as a reaffirmation, nay, a declaration to all and sundry that we are as strong and united as ever. Such a victory would do much to fan the flames of patriotism, 'tis true. But if we should be defeated, though, even to hold our own against the cream of the three nations might be presented as a triumph. Very well, you may count on my support for what little it is worth. However, I have a request. I would have my son Amanelaine take part in the Grand Melee. By his deeds has brought shame upon Ishgard, and so by his deeds I would have him bring our nation honor. As you wish, my lord. If that is his desire, then it shall be so. Now then, we have no time to lose. King Liana will be so kind as to deliver my instructions to Lucia. I shall write the alliance leaders at once and begin making arrangements for the Grand Melee. Should you chance to see my son, pray inform him of his duty. If he has not already returned, he will soon enough, making every effort to avoid me. Can't remember how much appears before this, but the Grand Melee would be a good stopping point for the day, assuming it is soon. Their solution, a Grand Melee to unite the people. And what part would they have you play in this affair, I wonder? You, whom they have taken into their confidence, upon whom they have come so heavily to rely. And will you oblige them when the proposition is made? Will you stand for Ishgard once more? Come this far, have we not? Well, when you put it like that, I suppose it would be a shame not to see it through to the bitter end. So for this Grand Melee of his, Sir Emmerich wishes to feel the force comprising both of his Temple Knights and Hilda's Watch, yes? I can only imagine what she will have to say about that. In fact, curiosity compels me to go see for myself. Hell yeah, Belmont. Early out of class is always the best feels. Well met, King Liana. Have you spoken with Sir Emmerich? I was aware of the Alliance's request, so Sir Emmerich would turn these exercises into a spectacle for the masses. It is not that I doubted the efficacy of such a plan. Indeed, I know its effectiveness only too well, having witnessed it firsthand. Nevertheless, he has not once given me a reason to doubt his intentions, and these are desperate times indeed. I will select knights for the event forthwith. As for the watch... Did he now? How considerate of Master Thancred to seek out our young watch commander of his own volition. Alas, he acted prematurely. Pray deliver this list of watch candidates to Hilda. I would have her best men, not her most dispensable. Yeah, the melee is a very fun duty, so I think I have more than enough time to get there and go through it. Because D&D doesn't start till 8, so we got time. I didn't think I'd be able to land on that. My legs! Flat. Thancred's been telling us all about Sir Emmerich's grand soiree. Seems we're expected to join in. It's nice of him to invite us and all, but I hope he knows what he's doing, because we ain't dressed to dance with professional bleeding soldiers. Well, seems the first commander's gone and handpicked her guests. Can't say I disagree with the choices, though. She's got a good eye. Will you be fighting too? Reckon it'd inspire the lads if you were. Might take their minds off their getting their hides tanned and all. Think about it, eh? I hate to ask, but you haven't seen our favorite lordling, have you? I thought not. On the assumption that he is not to be found in his father's loving embrace, I suggest we split up and look for him. I will search Foundation and you the pillars. What if I want to search Foundation? I'm already here. Just quickly. It's our DM asking if everyone's good. We haven't had everyone in a couple of weeks, so we're hoping to get everyone together. We'll still run if one person's missing, but not if two. Alright, motherfucking Amanelaine. I hate you. Carried Honorwood to the manor. Our best Kyrugians are tending to him as we speak. He has yet to wake, but surely he will. My father has volunteered me for this grand melee of theirs. My beloved family, always making my decisions for me. Quit your bitchin'! No, it's not like that. It's just... Oh, you wouldn't understand. How could you? You're free to be the woman you want to be, whereas I... In my fanfiction I'm never gonna write, this is gonna be a spicy reality check for this fucker. I'm a son of House Fortin, don't you see? My future was determined before I was born, what I could and could not do. So that's literally Kin's life. Right or wrong, that was the way of it. Until the old order began to crumble. Now we wander amidst the rubble, searching for a purpose, for a place. All around me, brave men and women rise to the occasion. With faith and conviction, they dedicate themselves to their causes, but not I. I was terrified of making the wrong choice, which is why I let better men make them for me. Do this, do that, take this duty, guard this conference. I suppose I'd convinced myself I was above it, until your friend showed me otherwise. When I saw Honoro, I wanted to scream. I wanted someone to blame. But in the end, there was only me. Only me. So you see, I cannot meekly bow my head and accept Father's command. Such cowardice is what brought me to this point. I will go to Sir Emmerich, and I will make my own decision. Yeah, no, because I'm, again, big nerd, big backstory, big lesbian fanfic writer, that will probably never actually write this fanfiction. I have a big backstory for my character, and her whole shebang is that she super has no decision in her future. She's the heir to a clan from the Azim Steppe, and the only reason she even got to leave the Azim Steppe is because of the Echo. Lord Commander is not to be disturbed. May I ask what matter demands his personal attention? I see. Very well, you may enter.
Lord Commander, if I may, I wish to speak with you before the Grand Melee.
Proceed.
How do you do it, my lord? How do you lead with such certainty, when so many of our countrymen will not hear of peace with the Dravanians? Some of them hate you almost as much as the dragons themselves. They decry you as a patricide in the streets. They even tried to kill you, for God's sakes. Yet still you march on, undaunted, where no archbishop dared to tread. What is your secret? Where do you find the strength?
For centuries, our nation has been punished for the sins of our forefathers. If our punishment is to end, I believe we must right the wrongs of antiquity and move forward as a nation united. Needless to say, my father did not share this opinion. He did not believe the people strong enough to bring about their own deliverance, trusting only in himself. Tyranny seemed to him the only solution. But I have faith in the people, Lord Amanalain. I have faith that they will weather this storm and overcome every trial we set before them. Many have fought and died to see this blight upon our nation's history cleansed, and I would not let their sacrifices be in vain. Though we invite reprisals, the risk is worth the reward.
I want to believe. I do. Lord Commander, through my careless orders, a pall has been cast over these proceedings, and I beg the opportunity to make amends. I, Amanalain de Forton, do hereby request leave to take part in the Grand Melee.
Who am I to deny such a heartfelt plea? We would be honored to have you join the fray, my lord.
You will take charge of the Ishgardian forces?
For all my other responsibilities, I am still Lord Commander of the Temple Knights. and I would not soon yield this duty to another.
The esteemed Sir Emeric leading the Temple Knights and the Watch into battle along with my youngest. I could wish for no more.
Then you wish for too little, my lord. There is another who might yet join the fray. An indispensable ally to whom we owe much and more.
It's me!
An adventurer beholden to none who nevertheless chose to champion our cause, who has shared in our suffering and in our glory. A warrior without equal, who I am privileged to call a friend. There is no one I would rather have fighting by my side. I ask this in full knowledge of your obligations, and will not think less of you should you refuse. But if your conscience will allow it, might you oblige me, my friend, one more time?
Yeah, Ishgard's pretty cool. I guess I could fight for you. Bring it on.
Together we shall give the people a spectacle for the ages, a celebration to mark the dawning of a new era.
Beholden but none, yet beholden to all. Everyone wants a piece of this. God's help me, I think I might be in love. What the fuck was that sentence? God's help me, I think it might be love. I dare say it might be cheating, too. Your mere presence is enough to turn the tide of most battles. And did you see the way his eyes lit up when you nodded? 'Twas a look of boundless relief and joy. One would think a politician more practiced at concealing his emotion. Still, his honesty does him credit. For a moment, I was fair inspired to pledge myself to the cause, but that would be improper. This is their fight and yours, but not mine. Look, Sir Emeric and I are just, you know, friend buddies. Friend buddy pals. I'll be right back. I'm gonna run to the restroom before we get into this. Alright. Sir Emeric informs me that the Alliance leaders have agreed to his proposal. The Grand Melee will be held here, in the shadow of the Gates of Judgment, in sight of the capital. An announcement has been made, and allied forces are currently en route. The eyes of Ishgard are upon us, King Lyanna. We must not fail. A rare opportunity to see you pit yourself against the allied forces. Outside of Cartano, perhaps. I would not miss it for the world. Dude, imagine doing PvP. Couldn't be me. PvP in Final Fantasy XIV, Lamau. I think that's part of why I appreciate this game so much. That it like has next to no focus on the PvP, unlike a lot of other MMOs. There she is. I say, when you didn't appear, I began to question... No, nothing, never mind. To think that we are mere moments away from facing the cream of Eorzea's soldiery in battle. That I am mere... But what if... Oh, what am I saying? I have to stop imagining the worst. I must think of victory, of the glory. Stories I will tell Honorable when he awakens. Let's kick some ass. You ready, old girl, are you? This is a good duty. By the Fury, how could I forget? Father bid me present this to you. I know it's sudden, but we believe the men would find it inspiring if you bore the colors of House Forton into battle. Pray do us honor. During the Grand Melee, some of your gear will look less attractive, but don't worry. It's only for this duty.
Let all here present heed well the rules of engagement.
Grand Melee is a large-scale battle in which an allied company of Uldan, Gradania, and Limselman's forces will be pitted against a company of Ishgardian forces. When a combatant is incapacitated, the opposing company will be awarded tactical points. The first company to attain a designated tactical rating of 100 points is declared the victor. During the Grand Melee, officiants may mark certain combatants with the Fury's gaze, which will be indicated by an ethereal tether linking them to their company's flag. While defeating most combatants will award your company 1 tactical point. Defeating marked combatants will award your company 10 tactical points. Marked combatants also possess enhanced attributes, rendering them more powerful and more difficult to defeat. Defeating and defending these combatants is the key to victory.
For the honor and the glory of Ishgard.
All is ready then. Very well. Brave men and women of the Eorzean Alliance, let the grand melee begin!
Forward! Forward! Ishgard! Ishgard! Liana, Lord of Manalain, attack the marked ones. Come, Ishgardians, show us your mettle. Ishgard, rally to the first commander. Victory is within our grasp! Ishgard! Ishgard! Aye, that's the Spirit Flames. Adders, Maelstrom, forward! Furious gaze has fallen upon General Raubon and... me. Cyclops! Cyclops! Everyone on your guard! All forces, fall back! Continue the melee. I will deal with him. Daft sod. You heard the man, back at it. All forces, form a line on Kinliana now. Raubon is unimpressed. Even with on one arm, he says no. It's just me and you. Well met. I will not lie. I was hoping it would come to this. So then, shall we dance? Damn it all. By the Fury, it's just the two of them in there. On your guard, Lord of Manalain, our fight is not yet finished. That's all you bastards got? Come on then, give us another. Gods, they just keep coming. We cannot, we will not yield. You hear me, old girl? Don't you dare lose. Ha! You are brilliant, brilliant indeed. But I am the Bull of Alamigo. Strength, Kinliana, strength. Now is your chance. Strike him down for the glory of Ishgard. Aye, all right. Take your victory. You've earned it.
Did she win? Then we...
Yes, I am a god. It is me. A god.
Victory is ours! Ishgard! Ishgard! Well fought! Well fought, my friend! You truly are the warrior of warriors. Thank the Fury you were on our side.
Oh, my lungs are burning, and I can barely stand. I didn't think I could do it, but then I did. We did. We faced the Alliance's best, and together, with one heart, with one purpose, we prevailed. After 1,000 years of hardship, of strife and bloodshed, we are strong enough to rise to any challenge, be it on the battlefield or beyond. The future holds so much promise, so much joy. We need only show them the way.
Truly magnificent display, Sir Knight. While doubtless less than pleased, I am quite sure the Grand Companies are honored to have been bested by such valiant warriors.
The honor was ours, Your Grace.
I am pleased to see that Ishgard's proud martial tradition is being upheld. When the time comes, I trust you will fight alongside your brothers and sisters in the Eorzean Alliance with the same fervor you displayed in opposing them. I note that our friend elected to take the field in Ishgardian colors.
At my behest, Your Grace. If we have given offense, the blame lies with me.
Fear not, Sir Knight. It was a surprise, nothing more. And any hint of ill feeling was thoroughly dispelled by the spectacle of our mutual friend's duel with General Raubarn. On the subject of surprises, I could not help but marvel at the passion and unity of purpose displayed by your countrymen, given the troubling reports we have received of late.
I shall take that as a compliment, Your Grace. The events to which you allude are the price of change. The end of the Dragonsong War marks the beginning of a new era for our nation, and for the people, high and lowborn alike, who will lead her into the future.
Ah, yes. The people. Change is indeed a perilous thing, for we who seek it, and they who fear it. I shall pray for Ishgard, and for you.
Well, that made for a refreshing change. Congratulations on your victory, by the way. Ishgardians certainly seem happy with themselves. I, for my part, am merely glad you did not strain anything in the process of single-handedly winning the battle.
Thancred knows what's up.
'Tis but a scratch, I assure you, and I will not suffer you to worry over me. Not when we have a dozen far more important concerns. Make that 2 dozen. Still, as your Stola never tires of telling me, we can but face them head-on one at a time. One day at a time, as Minfilia would have done.
Balls. I had forgotten what it was like to feel so alive. Not since leaving the Blood Sands have I had the privilege, not since the Bull of Alamigo hung up his swords. Back then, the outcome might have been different, but I do not begrudge you your victory. I know how far you have come, how much you have endured. Our fight only confirmed it. We shall have to do this again one day when time allows. I shall look forward to it. Now go. Go to the Ishgardians and celebrate your victory. You've earned it. Come, Pippin. Her Grace is expecting us. Lead on, Father. Said your goodbyes? All the years I've known Raban, I cannot recall ever seeing him look so happy in defeat. Well, everything seems to be falling into place, does it not? The Ishgardians have claimed their symbolic victory, and the Eorzean alliance has been strengthened in the process. Be proud, Kinliana. You made this happen. I've learned the emote Victory. I already had that emote. But it's a pretty good emote. Oh, stop it. We have done it. Nay, you have done it. You have brought us victory we so desperately needed. There is not left but return to the capital. Come, let us see what reception awaits us.
My lord!
Honorwa, my boy. Shouldn't you be in bed?
Thank you for your concern, my lord. But I have largely recovered from my ordeal, and I have naught but several scars to show for it, which I have been told some women may find appealing.
I see. And to think I was worried sick over you.
I'm not sure I understand, my lord.
Well, let's put that theory to the proof, shall we?
My lord?
'Twould seem that a great many things have occurred in my absence. I thought I might begin to make amends by welcoming you in person.
The messengers spared not their chocobos to bring us word of your victory in the grand melee. I cannot well describe our elation when we heard the news. It called to mind the day we rejoined the Eorzean alliance, and I glimpsed hope rekindled in the eyes of the people.
The Fury herself ushers us into a new era. Sir Emmerich, the time is now.
Aye, that it is. Reconvene the conference and summon Vidofnir to Falcon's Nest. We will make peace with Hraesvelga's brood and hasten this bloody war to its end.
Yes, Lord Commander.
I will send word to Artoirel and bid him resume preparations. Emanuele, you will place yourself at your brother's disposal. He will be glad of your assistance.
No stopping it now, is there? We should inform Y'shtola and the others.
My dear friend, I doubt I will ever be able to thank you enough. But when the conference is successfully concluded, I damn well mean to try.
They say you dueled General Raulbon within a ring of flames. I did not think the man so essentious, or that I could have seen it. After we parted ways in Matoya's cave, I returned here to speak with Tataru. We agreed to tell the others only that our search for Minfilia had reached an impasse. I subsequently learned that you had left for Falcon's Nest, and I thought it best to keep to myself for a time. I didn't want to rely on you overmuch when we were together, and I needed to think, to reflect. I still do, I suspect, but matters here seem to be coming to a head. In short, there are some things I feel I must say, though nothing so urgent that it cannot wait until after the conference. Let us make for Falcon's Nest and see if Lord Artoel has need of our assistance. Well met, Mistress Ironhide, and thank you for looking after my brother. They say he fought bravely, that he did not dishonor his house. But you, my lady, to you we owe everything. As you can see, we have made every effort to strike while the iron is hot. We made our intentions known, and that all would be welcome to attend. And so they came. By the grace of the Fury, they came. The ceremony will not be a lengthy affair, but there is still much to be done. I would speak with you more, but I must see to my duties. As for you and Master Elfino, you will do naught but enjoy yourselves. Is that clear? If any dare beg your assistance again, I will have words. Well, there you have it. We've been forbidden from meddling. Shall we wait, or have you other matters to attend to before the ceremony begins? Excellent. I only hope Thancred and the others will not be late. Epochal events do not come around very often. And suddenly, it's not snowing and it's daytime. Crazy. We waited a long time.
The appointed hour approaches.
Aye.
She begged leave to watch the proceedings. I saw no reason not to grant it.
Should I choose to deviate from my prepared remarks, I ask that you trust in my judgment.
Have I ever done otherwise?
How long it hath been since our peoples met thus, children of Thordan, even by our reckoning.
Vidofnir, daughter of Hraesvelga, we give thanks for your visit, and bid you welcome to Falcon's Nest.
Our sire bade us hearken unto the whispers of our hearts. They spoke to us of a paradise lost, of bonds of brotherhood, which they yearn to see restored.
Ours too yearn for such a restoration, and they have guided us here this day that they might yearn no longer. Brothers and sisters, ye who stand as witness, hearken to me. Since the days of Eld, when the bonds betwixt man and dragon were sundered by our hand, our peoples have known only war. Bloodshed without end, losses beyond counting, and still we fought. And still we fought. Some wounds do not heal. The dead cannot be returned to us. But we, the living, can yet choose another course. Here and now, we can lay down this burden, this hatred, this vengeance. Our forebears fought not so that we could die, but that we might live. So let us honor their sacrifice and spare our children this death sentence. Let us gift them a new legacy. Life.
Betwixt our peoples yawneth a divide deeper than the deepest abyss, wider than the widest sea. Generations will live and die ere this divide is bridged. Knowing this, doth thy heart yet yearn for peace, son of Thordan?
Look now on the legacy we would leave to our children. A dream of peace, inscribed in stone for generations to come.
Father and his beloved, as they were so long ago, happy and at peace. The dream they shared shall be ours once more.
Uh-oh.
Child of Dravania, art thou grown so forgetful that thou wouldst forsake kith and kin and consort with the spawn of Thordan? That thou wouldst dare contemplate peace? Hearken unto me, all of you! The final chorus is nigh, and all will be held to account. All will bathe in the flames of retribution. Till the coming of that day, Look you on your sins and despair, for none shall escape my wrath. None shall escape my revenge!
7 hells. Damn you, Nidhogg.
Hells, take that worm! While he lives, we'll never know peace.
Aye! There'll be no end to this war till Nidhogg is dead and gone!
So let's kill the bastard and be done with it. Death to Nidhogg! Death to Nidhogg! Death to Nidhogg!
Death to Nidhogg! Death to Nidhogg! Death to Nidhogg! Death to Nidhogg! Death to Nidhogg!
Death to Nidhogg!
Yeah, Alfie did not handle that very well. Poor guy, he's having a bad day. He just wants his buddy Estinian back. But his buddy Estinian is Nidhogg, and everyone's screaming about Nidhogg. He just wants his boyfriend. Yeah, Alfino especially had immense character growth from the shithead he was in ARR. The little pretentious lordling. But all of them do. I mean, look at Estinian. He's a fucking amazing character in Endwalker. There they go, the last of the guests. Having come hither with hope in their hearts, they depart with hatred and bloodlust. Until the moment I saw him strike, I still had held some small hope that what you had seen in Az's Law was an illusion, perhaps. But he acted without hesitation, as did Sir Emmerich. For a mercy, Vidofnir's wound was not mortal, or so Lucia tells me. The dragon was spirited away to Annick's shrine to receive care from her brethren. We can but hope her recovery is swift. But such was surely Nidhogg's intent, to deliver a proclamation not only to the children of Thordan, but to his kindred. War is coming, and ye who do not stand with us, stand apart. She was an example. A message to her brood, another instrument of his vengeance, like Estinian. Got 20 minutes? Yeah, we'll start this next one. When I said I wished to speak with you after the conference, I confessed I envisioned rather happier circumstances. If anything, however, this latest tragedy makes the need more pressing. There are things I must say. Not to the Warrior of Light, or even my fellow Scion, but to you, Kinliana, my friend. But not here, no. Ah, but of course, the intercessory in Camp Dragonhead is still open to us. Let us go there. To the falling snows. Greetings, madam. Shall I show you inside? Yes. My favorite character is coming soon, TM.
That took longer than expected.
But not yet. Not tonight, but soon. We saw her legs.
You seem puzzled. Oh, these. I thought something warming might not go amiss. It was not all that long ago that we sat here, you and I. In our very own falling snows, as Lord Horshvon called it. I still struggle to believe he is gone. And Azelle too. I had such hopes for her. Master Matoya asked me what it was all for. Why we fight. And why we die. Were I still commander of the Braves, I would doubtless have replied, for the future of Eorzea. But I'm not that man. Not anymore. I needed a new answer. One that I could live with. And when I saw Estinian at the ceremony, I knew at last what it was. I do not want to be a man who sacrifices his friends and family for a cause. I want to fight for Estinian, and I want to save him. When Nidhogg leads the Horde into battle, Ser Emeric and his forces will do what they believe must be done. That is their choice to make. Yet even if Ser Emeric is willing to forsake Estinian, I am not. We must fight for him, for he is our friend and ally. We may struggle, we may fail, but we must try.
We will find a way to save him.
We will. I know we will.
Thank you, Kiliana. It is unfair of me to unburden myself in this manner, time after time, but I am glad that you permit me nonetheless. You are my true friend and ally. Though not all of our fellow Scions will support our stance on Estinian, I have faith that we will win them over in due course. Such is the infectious power of hope. Right. That is quite enough solemn introspection from one night. I think we would benefit from some time in the company of Tataru. She stays for us at Fort Tom's Manor. Let us not keep her waiting any longer. Forton. Yeah, Alize is my favorite character in this entire game. I love her. And I'm pretty sure she's got a little crush on the Warrior of Light too, so it's, you know, it's mutual. All of her impassioned speeches about us. Yet again we walk to an all-familiar path. I am reminded of when we first came to this manor. Lost and uncertain, we were granted succor in our hour of need. We were saved, and now it is our turn to return the favor. Hear, hear! Let no one say the Scions do not repay their debts. After all, what kind of people would we be if we forsook our friends? If we stopped looking for Ida and Papalimo, or if we gave up hope of bringing Minfilia back? Though she knew it would cost her dearly, Minfilia reached out to us to deliver a message. She believed it was imperative that we understand the true nature of this star, of the rift between Zodiark and Hydaelyn, and of the Ascian's aspirations. But for all that has been revealed, I cannot shake the suspicion that there is much we have yet to learn. In any event, I think it's time we step back from the fray and carefully consider our next course of action. It will not be easy to turn this tragedy to triumph, but we will find a way. We will. We will. I do believe that is the end of the patch. Let's see if they chose to end the part there. Oh, cutscene.
Of all the ways for it to end. Even before his transformation, I could feel the worm's hatred swirling about Estinian. The terrible, all-consuming rage. A enough to fuel a 1,000-year quest for vengeance. It was all I could do not to run away screaming. But Ishgardians, nay, all Eorzeans, are made of sterner stuff. They face danger and death on a daily basis, and understand what it takes to win a war.
Think not too deeply on Master Matoya's words. Her intent was but to steal our resolve. That, and to remind us to look beyond these passing conflicts to trials greater still, to the truth which hides at the heart of this world.
So that's your aim, is it?
You disapprove?
Not at all. I believe it's traditional for the student to follow in the footsteps of the master. And you are so very alike.
Thancred sees you, warrior of darkness. If that is your real name, which it isn't, your name's Ardbert.
Change. That great inexorable wave was upon us, and soon all of Ishgard would bend to its will. For all our sins, for all our scars, the future for which we had long yearned was at last within our grasp. But it would be bought at a heavy price. For in those twilight hours did Nidhogg cry out for vengeance, and his brethren raise their voices for the final chorus of the Dragon Song War.
From the memoirs of Count Edmond de Forton, Heavensward, The Gears of Change. Meanwhile, back with these fucks. Caution, Ida, that is all I ask. Do not be so eager to place your faith in them, not until we know more. Spooky mask. You know the good guys always wear spooky masks. Who could it be? Okay, so they do not end the part there, so I'm sure the part ends after the next patch. But that is all we have time for today. That was, I think, 3.2. So next time we will go 3.3, because I have D&D in 10 minutes. Alize is going to show up soon. We saw her legs in the Great Google Library. She was there. She's going to be here soon. Best character. Best girl. Thanks for hanging out with me, though. Just a couple hours today. Not the crazy 12 hours that, 12 hours of yesterday. Today's Tuesday. Tomorrow's Wednesday. Probably no stream tomorrow, because I have D&D, but it starts earlier than today's D&D. Second Wednesday D&D starts at like 6:30, so that wouldn't be a lot of time to stream after work. So raid on Thursday, and maybe some New Game Plus before and or after. We shall see how the day goes. But yeah, Thursday Thursday do be the day.